Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's had a good week so far. Today, I'm going to be running through a TikTok live over the next 30 minutes, focused on how to stay consistent with the gym. This is such a crucial topic when it comes to getting results from the gym. You have to learn to be consistent. Without consistency, you will not see the results that you want. So to set an agenda for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be doing in a minute or two an introduction on myself for anyone that hasn't seen me before. We're then going to start talking around setting the right goals in order to be consistent, building a gym routine that sticks, motivation versus discipline. We're then going to move into common consistency killers. And then lastly, at the end of the session, which is around 7:30, we're then going to finish up with a wrap up and action steps. So for anyone that is just joining, if you guys have never seen me before, my name is Ross. I'm based in London. I've got over a decade of experience in the health and fitness space. And I'm running these TikTok sessions. I've been running them now over the last few weeks since the start of the year to help you guys in achieving your fitness goals. And one of the most important topics to talk about today is how to stay consistent with the gym. This is something that a lot of people will struggle with. And I want to give you guys tips today around staying consistent without burning out. If you guys find the live helpful as we're running through, then please like the live, please comment and engage with me as we run through the next 30 minutes. So, my name is Ross. I've got over a decade of experience in this space. So this is why I'm running these sessions today, to give you guys help and my expertise on this subject. So that's a little bit about myself. In terms of what I wanted to start on, is I wanted to give you guys a reality check on why most people start the gym, but they don't stay consistent. And the main reason, hi JJ, thanks for joining. The main reason why people start the gym, but they can't stay consistent, is because they do too much too soon. If you start the gym and you are going to the gym suddenly 5-6 days a week, and you've suddenly gone from eating your Christmas dinner or literally just getting back into the gym after a long break, then it's going to be super difficult to stay sustainable with that routine. Also as well, alongside the workouts, if you are just having a diet that is really, really unsustainable, super important to remember that you need to follow the 80-20 rule with your nutrition. No foods are off limits as long as you have balance. And the last thing that I wanted to touch upon here on how to stay consistent with the gym is reframing consistency. It's all about progress over perfection. That is one of the key takeaways that I want to share with you guys, is that reframing consistency is progress over perfection. And if you implement that successfully, that is where you can stay consistent with the gym. Thank you guys for joining. We're currently speaking about and talking about how to stay consistent with the gym. So if you guys have any questions whilst I'm running through some of these key topics, feel free to ask me questions, and I'll be more than happy to run through some of your questions as I'm running through the session. If you guys are finding the live useful or helpful, please like the live so I know you guys are receiving value from the session. So the first topic that I wanted to talk about when it comes to how to stay consistent with the gym is all around setting the right goals. If you set super vague goals when you start exercising, or you start getting into the gym, it is super, super difficult then to stay consistent because vague goals kill motivation. If you say to yourself, do you know what, I just want to get in shape this year, I just want to get fit, those goals are so vague that you'll pretty much be motivated for a week to 2 weeks, and then the vague goal will kill your motivation. What you need to do instead is set a simple, achievable fitness goal. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is to say to yourself that I'm going to the gym at least 3 times per week. Nice and simple. Go to the gym 3 times a week. I'm going to do an hour session each time, and I'm going to do 10,000 steps a day. That is something that you can stay accountable with, and that is something that you can do every week. And if you do it every week, that then leads into every month, and then months, then it turns into many months, and before you do it, you're then able to build results because you are able to stay consistent. Thank you guys for joining. I'm running through how to stay consistent with the gym over the next 25 minutes. So if you guys have got any questions whilst we're running through, then please feel free to let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions as we run through. At the moment, we're talking about setting the right goals. So I've run through why vague goals kill motivation. In terms of setting simple, achievable fitness goals, super simple, 10,000 steps a day, going to the gym 3 days a week, doing 1 hour sessions. It doesn't have to take over your life. It needs to be something that can be a part of your routine. It's as simple as that. You need to focus on habits, not just outcomes. So, like I mentioned, habits is all based around going to the gym 3 days a week, doing 10,000 steps a day, following the 80-20 rule of your nutrition. If you focus on habits, the outcomes will take care of themselves. It's that simple. The next topic I want to talk about is building a gym routine that sticks. This goes back to the first point that I raised previously, that if you are implementing a gym routine that is completely unsustainable from the start, then you have set yourself up for failure. That is why you can't stay consistent with the gym, is because you've not built a gym routine that sticks. So, what is a successful gym routine that sticks? You need to go to the gym a minimum of 3 days per week and have a rest day in between each of those days. Nice and simple. I train a full body session 3 days a week. Nice and simple. I have a rest day in between, and I make sure that I'm prioritizing progressive overload and I'm following the 80-20 rule of my nutrition. You see here, a lot of these things, they're simple, but it's just about repeating them daily. Consistency is the biggest killer when it comes to not achieving your fitness goals. Aside from going to the gym 3 days a week, you need to start choosing workouts that you'll stick to. If you don't like going to the gym and lifting weights, then don't build the base of your program around a workout regime or a workout plan that you don't enjoy. If you like swimming, cycling, running, if you like doing classes, build the base of your program around activities that you enjoy. And what you'll find is you'll be more consistent because you're enjoying the workouts more. Don't just be tied to what you think looks good from what you've read online and what you think is going to get you a faster result. At the end of the day, the thing that is going to get the workout plan that is going to get you the fastest result is the one that you're going to stick to. It's as simple as that. And the last successful pillar that you need to put in place around building a gym routine that sticks is you need to start planning your workouts around your real life, work and energy levels. So I know, because I'm working in the week and I'm up super early and I'm home late, it's going to be impossible for me to go to the gym. So I need to find a suitable time in the week when I can go to the gym consistently, and there's not going to be a threat of me being tired. I'm super tired. I can't be bothered to go to the gym. I need to implement it successfully so that I can stick to it. And this is how you will stay consistent with the gym. Consistency is around building routines that you can stick to. If you guys are finding the live helpful so far, please like the live. It would be great to receive some feedback if you guys are finding this helpful. I'm currently doing these lives at 7 p.m. most days of the week. I've got another one scheduled for tomorrow if you guys are interested in that. And that is all around building basics, the basics that you should know if you're going to the gym. So the next topic that I want to start talking about is around motivation versus discipline. And this is a super common topic when it comes to staying consistent with the gym. Motivation is fantastic for getting you started, but discipline keeps you going. So if you have had the motivation or a New Year's resolution to get fit or get in shape in 2026, that's fantastic that you've got the motivation, but today is the 3rd of February. And for a lot of people, research shows that a lot of them will drop off and they will no longer be on their fitness goals for 2026. And the main reason for that is because they are solely relying on motivation alone to get them through instead of discipline. Motivation, especially at the moment within the UK, where it is raining, it is cold, it is wet, it is windy, and it's pretty much a challenge just to get out of bed in the mornings, let alone putting your gym clothes on and going to do a workout. It's something that you need to reframe in your mind. Motivation is fantastic for getting started. That is all it's good for. But we all have good and bad days. We're going to have days when we feel motivated, and then we're going to have days when we're going to feel demotivated. Especially with the weather, it gets dark super early in the UK at the moment. It's cold, it's wet, it's windy. Everyone's going to think of 101 excuses of why they can't go to the gym because I'm not really feeling motivated today. But if you switch your mindset into, I don't care about the motivation, all I care about is being disciplined, then you will put one foot in front of the other and you'll make it happen regardless if it's wet and windy outside, because you've made a promise to yourself, regardless of whatever happens throughout this week, I'm still going to go and get my 10,000 steps a day done. I'm still going to do my 3 workouts a week, and I'm still going to follow the 80-20 rule with my nutrition. Remember, it's all about balance. And if you set yourself up for success with good habits, then you will stay consistent. It's as simple as that. In terms of actually training on low motivation days, easiest thing that I want to say to you is, if you are struggling for motivation, and it happens to everyone, this is something that is normal, then you just need to say to yourself, why am I doing this? If you're doing it because you don't like the way you look, have a look in the mirror and say to yourself, how bad do you actually really want it? How bad do you want it? Because there's going to be a lot of low motivation days when you don't feel like anything is happening. But if you don't stay in there long enough and you don't stay consistent long enough, you're not at that tipping point for something to happen. It's like anything. It's like putting hard work in to anything else. It doesn't just have to be the gym. It could be your work. It could be picking up a new skill. It could be learning a new language. It could even be posting it on social media. If you're not willing to put in the consistent amount of time without seeing sometimes the results in front of you, then you're always going to be stuck. And that's where you're not going to be able to be consistent. And consistency by far is the most important thing. Simple mindset shifts allow you to keep showing up. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I've just been at work all day. I'm super tired. Do I really sometimes want to come on here and start talking to you guys about fitness tips? But at the end of the day, I'm disciplined over motivated. And now that I'm doing it, I love this. So, and it's the same thing about going to the gym and getting a workout done. You hate it before you get there, and you're thinking to yourself, like, I don't really want to do this. And then by the time you actually get the workout done, you're like, do you know what? I'm actually happy I done it in the end. I'm actually happy I got that workout done. That's another one under my belt. And then I can come back the next day and I can do it all over again. Simple but effective. Simple mindset shifts allow you to keep showing up and being consistent. That is the most important thing. It's discipline over motivation. So before I move into one of my final topics that I wanted to cover, I just wanted to quickly go over what I've run through so far as a quick summary. So, main topic of this live is all around how to stay consistent with the gym. I've run through an introduction of myself. I've got over a decade of experience in the fitness industry. I'm running these lives pretty much every day at 7 o'clock on different fitness topics to help you guys with achieving your goals in 2026. I then run through why most people start the gym, and why they don't stay consistent. The main reason why they don't stay consistent is because they do too much too soon. You can't go from sitting on the couch watching the traitors to going to the gym 6 days a week. For the majority of people, for 99.9% of people, you can't do that. It's not sustainable. You suddenly can't go from eating chocolate biscuits to then suddenly having a restricted diet and saying, I'm never going to have a can of Coke again, or I'm never going to be able to eat chocolate. It's all about balance. Balance is the key. And the main reason why most people start the gym but they don't stay consistent is because they go in way too hard and they follow way too much of a restricted diet, or they do a workout plan that they can't actually stick to or they don't enjoy. So why am I going to stick to something if I don't like it? And most important thing that you need to think about here is reframing consistency. Is progress over perfection. Sometimes just showing up and going to the gym for even a half an hour session instead of an hour session, it's still one step closer to where you want to be. And if you don't take that step and just show up, then you're doing a disservice to yourself, because let's be honest, at the end of the day, you're going to come back around anyway in a few months' time and say to yourself, I want to do that fitness thing again. Well, just get on and do it. Even sometimes if you're not as perfect as you want to be. We then moved into setting the right goals. We covered why vague goals kill motivation. And the main reason why vague goals kill motivation is because they're too generic. If you've got a New Year's resolution that I want to get in shape this year, that is not of enough of a specific goal on where you want to be. You need to really, really tailor it down. And you need to think to yourself, instead of thinking, I want to get in shape or I want to lose weight, you start setting achievable fitness goals. Going to the gym 3 days a week, doing 3 1-hour gym sessions each week. I currently do that. I do 3 full body sessions each week and I do 10,000 steps a day. That is something that I can do week on week, regardless of whatever happens, right? And the most important thing is I'm focusing on the habits, and the habits, if I take care of them every week, then that will lead to better outcomes. The outcomes will take care of themselves if I focus on the habits. We then moved into building a gym routine that sticks. So you only need to go to the gym 3 days a week. That is it. Choosing your workouts is one of the most important decisions that you'll make. If you don't like going to the gym, do not do a gym workout. If you don't like lifting weights, don't build the base of your program around that. If you like swimming, cycling, running, if you like doing classes, if you like doing cardio, build the base of your program around things that you enjoy, and then you'll find that you'll stick to it, because do you know what? I actually like doing this. Although I don't really like sometimes showing up, I actually like the workout when I do show up. So that's one of the most important things. We then also covered planning your workouts around real life, work, and energy levels. So look, life happens. I've explained to you guys that I'm super busy in the week. I'm unable to go to the gym on some days in the week because I start super early and I finish super late. So I know if I planned a workout on that day in the week, I'm not going to stick to it. So super, super important. I put it on days where I can stick to it consistently. There's no excuse. We then moved into motivation versus discipline. So motivation is fantastic for getting you started. Discipline is the one that keeps you going. A lot of people, as I've covered, if they've started to get into shape for 2026, because of pure motivation, for the first week or two in January, they would have stayed on it. And then research shows by the 3rd of February, a lot of people would have dropped off. It doesn't matter if you guys are one of those people. I'm here to help you in terms of achieving your fitness goals and actually making it happen in 2026. If you guys are finding the live helpful, please like the live. Please feel free to ask any questions. It doesn't have to be related to staying consistent with the gym. It could be to do with anything fitness related. I'm on hand here to help and answer questions as I run through. We then spoke about why motivation fades. The main reason why motivation fades is because we have a shit night's sleep. It's cold, wet, and it's windy, especially in the UK at the moment. Who is going to feel motivated all of the time to get up and exercise? It's a massive challenge just getting out of bed in the mornings. But you need to think to yourself, what is my why in all of this? Why am I exercising? What do I want to achieve? And if the why is a big enough pain, then the discipline will carry you through. I've rarely feel motivated 99.9% of the time. Like, I'm a realist with all of this. I know there's a lot of motivational stuff on social media, and a lot of people are like, oh, I'll get up at 5 a.m, I'll wake up before everyone gets up, and all of this stuff. But that's just not me. I'm a person that, I'm like a healthy, lazy person, which means I love my bed. I'm not feeling motivated pretty much all of the time. But the difference is I get up and I get it done because I'm disciplined. And discipline is the key to success. If I keep showing up and I ignore how I feel in that moment, then I will become where I will get to where I want to get to, because I'm going to keep showing up. I don't care how I feel. I'm going to keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. And motivation fades because of life happens. But that is completely normal. And that's me even telling you that. But it's the discipline what carries you through. And training on low motivation days all goes back to the why. Why do you want for this to happen? It doesn't have to be just fitness related. Why do you want to, where do you want to be in the next 5 years? It could be in your personal or professional life. You need to keep showing up, even sometimes when you don't want to, because you want to achieve something. And it's the same thing in fitness. Same thing with the gym. If you really want to make it happen, I'm going to keep showing up, even on my low motivation days. And on those low motivation days, just do a 30-minute workout. You don't have to go in there for an hour, hour and a half. 30 minutes is better than nothing. And I guarantee you, when you say to yourself, I'm going to turn up for 30 minutes, you'll stay for an hour because you're already there. And once you get into it, you'll start enjoying it and then you'll want to get it done. Simple mindset shifts allow you to keep showing up consistently. It's as simple as that. You don't have to overcomplicate this. Simple mindset shifts allow you to keep showing up. So we've got around 5 minutes left of this live. If you guys are finding the live useful, please like the live. Please comment if you guys have got any questions, comments, or feedback. Over the next 4 minutes or so, I want to talk about common consistency killers. And then I'm going to finish up with some action steps. So, common consistency killers, the all or nothing thinking. Thinking to yourself, if I don't go to the gym 6 days a week, I can't get in shape. That is a complete and utter wrong way of thinking about things. You need to understand that we're all human beings. We have good days and we have bad days. We're not perfect, right? Sometimes I think to myself, what am I doing this for? But then I think to myself, I want to get somewhere and I want to make this happen. So I get up and do it. And some days, if I'm not able to make it happen on that day, if something like life happens or a potential obstacle comes up, then I say to myself, I'm just going to be flexible. And if I usually go to the gym on a Saturday and a Sunday and something comes up and I can't go to the gym on a Sunday, I'm going to have to find a different time to get it done. Because life happens and I just need to adjust as and when. And being flexible is the most important thing when it comes to consistency. The all or nothing mindset is not going to get you very far. The next common consistency killer is around overtraining and burnout. It all goes back to, I want to go gym every day. I want to go to the gym 6 days a week. I don't want to eat anything that's bad. I can't have a chocolate cake. I can't have a chocolate eclair. I'm only eating chicken and rice for the rest of my life. That is by far setting you up for failure. You need to think about being consistent. 3 days a week, 10,000 steps a day over a long period of time is, you are able to do that. Anyone is able to do that because it gives you enough rest, recovery, and intensity for you to go on, not just for a week, not for a month, but for many months and goes into even years. It's that simple. Another common consistency killer is missing days and then quitting entirely. Do you know what? I wanted to go gym 3 days this week. Something happened. I wasn't able to go to the gym, so I'm going to write this week off. That is completely the wrong mindset. You need to think to yourself, things happen. We're all human beings. Missing one session doesn't mean that I'm gonna, I've failed. I just need to be flexible. It's as simple as that. And how to get back on track fast, really, really simple, is don't overthink it. Don't be guilty about the sessions that you've missed or things that have happened over the last week or two. The only thing that you can control is what you can do today. That is it. It's as simple as that. All I can do is control what I'm doing right now and what I can do moving forwards. So that concludes the end of the 30-minute live today on how to stay consistent with the gym. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments right now. You're also more than welcome to DM me directly and ask me any questions that you have. I'm more than happy to help you. My next live tomorrow will be at 7 p.m. where I'm going to be talking around the basics every gym person should know that is in the gym and fitness space. If you guys are available tomorrow at 7 p.m, I'll be more than happy to see you guys online tomorrow. But for today, thank you guys very much for joining. Have a lovely evening and I'll see you guys tomorrow.